What's been so obvious right now is the fact that these 1911 pistols still have a huge cult-like following. By all means, it deserves that reputation. The gun was in active service for the U.S. military for well over 70 years and has even witnessed 2 world wars. I just hope it doesn't see a third one. Jokes aside, you can really find tons of 1911 handguns today, and a lot of them are truly prolific both in design and performance. But of course, you don't need to own all of them just to enjoy the 1911 goodness, right? Hey, this is your boy Ted from Line 45, and today I'm going to give you a rundown of the 5 1911s I consider the best, not only because of their reliability, accuracy, or durability, but also due to their reputation and impact to the overall 1911 market. But first, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe button, all those buttons you can see below. I know it feels like a hassle, but those simple clicks mean a lot for my channel. Now let's get back to the good stuff. Springfield Armory 1911 TRP. Even though the tenure of the 1911 as the sidearm of the U.S. Army ended a long time ago, it doesn't mean that the flair of the 1911 as a tactical or military gun is already antiquated. An exemplary proof of that is the 1911 TRP, or Tactical Response Pistol from Springfield Armory. It's a high-performance 1911, but at the same time doesn't qualify as a custom gun. Regardless, it's 1911 that can meet the stringent requirements of military and law enforcement personnel. But even if you are just an ordinary dude like me, you'll still find a lot of uses for the TRP, especially in keeping your perimeters safe. For starters, the 1911 TRP offers many of the high-end features typically found on more expensive custom 1911s, such as hand-fitting, polished internals, and tactical enhancements, but at a price that will not put you on the streets on the next day. So, the original 1911 TRP is a full-size pistol that features a tightly fitted steel frame and slide, a 5-inch match-grade stainless barrel, and a standard capacity of 7+1 rounds. It has wonderful ergonomics, one that satisfies most shooters' requirements, including mine. For example, the combination of the finely checkered front and back strap, a comfortable beaver tail grip safety, and an ambidextrous thumb safety allows operators to grip and handle the TRP securely. It's also one of the 1911 pistols that popularized the use of G10 grip panels, which are known for preserving control even in adverse environments. Meanwhile, the 3-dot tritium night sights are just as impressive as other modern sights in acquiring targets quickly and precisely, regardless of whether it's bright or dark. The 1911 TRP is also hefty at 42 ounces, so right from the get-go, the pistol has a natural means to soak its recoil. Again, the 1911 TRP is a substantial firearm in the 1911 market. This is just an educated assumption, but this TRP bridged the gap between production line price and custom-grade quality. These two factors don't really coincide all the time, but Springfield managed to integrate them into the 1911 TRP and convince them that you don't need to drain your savings to experience the 1911 goodness. Kimber Custom II. The case of the Kimber Custom II is somewhat the same as the Springfield 1911 TRP, although the Custom II is leaps cheaper than its SA counterpart. You see, before the Custom II was introduced in the market, modern 1911s were often limited to folks who could afford them. Unless this isn't obvious yet, the 1911 platform is generally expensive, so it's pretty rare to see something that is offered below $1,000, and if there's one, its quality is always questioned, like price is the only metric for a gun's quality. The Custom II is one of the first exceptions to this stereotype. It brought high-end qualities to the table while maintaining a sticker price of just $1,000 or less. It has tight tolerances, match-grade barrels, and even hand-fitted components. This thing measures 8.7 inches long and 5.25 inches tall, and comes with a magazine capacity of 7+1 rounds of 45 ACP. The frame is brushed, polished stainless steel with a width of 1.28 inches, while the black steel slide features notable front serrations. Its match-grade stainless steel barrel is 5 inches long and designed to take on different ammo with utmost reliability. In terms of ergonomics, the Kimber Custom II embodies the traditional 1911 format, and it's quite clear with its beaver tail grip safety and thumb safety. The skeletonized aluminum 3-hole trigger is a nice addition, though, and it's definitely one that you can expect from modern 1911 triggers. It's crisp and smooth, and it resets really well. And oh, the checkered grips enhance the pistol's handling, while the fixed low-profile 3-dot sights aren't that remarkable but do a good job in quick and accurate target acquisition. Wilson Combat CQB. Lo and behold, the Wilson Combat CQB. When it comes to essential or starting 5 1911s, it's very important not to exclude Wilson's CQB. Right now, it already has a solid reputation, which is only second to the OG Colt 1911. Essentially, the CQB is among those first 1911 variants that reimagined the original 1911 blueprint and made it better. It's still a full-size 1911, though, that features a 5-inch match-grade barrel, hand-fitted slide, and a carbon steel frame. Its construction alone solidifies not only its durability, but how accurately it shoots. The CQB also popularized the use of other cartridges for the 1911. So aside from the standard 45 ACP, you can also get this gun in 38 Super and 9mm, allowing you to use the gun for self-defense, tactical, or basically whatever. In the grand scheme, the CQB is an easy-to-wield firearm, thanks to its beaver tail grip safety, extended thumb safety, and G10 starburst grip panels. Folks from CQB know exactly that a comfortable and secure grip can make a huge difference in actual fights. Look, the easier you can operate and control your gun, the more accurate or calculated your shots become. And that's what the CQB offered to all the 1911 enthusiasts. It also helps that this pistol is fitted with an adjustable trigger and high-visibility combat sights, and when it comes to sight pictures, this one is better than the original. But that's exactly the essence of the CQB anyway. As a fun fact, the CQB's accuracy is often measured in sub-2-inch groups at 25 yards. This isn't surprising, as each CQB is built to tight tolerances and test-fired to ensure its precision and reliability. The Wilson Combat CQB impressed the 1911 market by setting a high standard for custom 1911 pistols. I guess what it did is show other custom 1911 manufacturers how the precision machining and innovative design can enhance the original platform without actually compromising the classic feel of the OG 1911. Nighthawk Custom GRP. There are tons of notable custom 1911s right now, but it's the Nighthawk Custom that sets the benchmark when it comes to quality and customization. The GRP, or the Global Response Pistol, is a primary example of what Nighthawk does best. The pistol, at its core, is rugged, reliable, and precise. It's also considered as one of the cheaper custom products of Nighthawk, but here's a but. This is still a $3,000 pistol, and that's just the starting price. Its upgrades could increase its price to over $4,000. Why the heck is it expensive? Well, you see, Nighthawk pistols, including the GRP, are hand-fitted products. But it's not just that fact alone that made these guns pricey. Nighthawk also has that guarantee that one gun is hand-fitted meticulously by a single gunsmith. So, from that alone, the precision in its assembly is quite clear. They aren't mass-produced guns, and from what I know, one gun could take at least months before it could get completed and delivered to your doorstep. The GRP is a government model, full-size, single-stack pistol that is either chambered in 45 ACP or 9mm. Regardless of which chambering you pick, its standard capacity remains at 8+1 rounds, which again isn't surprising since it has a single-column magazine, in contrast to the double-stack mags used in 2011 type pistols today. It is 8.6 inches long, 5.4 inches tall, and 1.4 inches wide while sporting a 5-inch match barrel. One striking feature of the GRP is its coarse cocking serrations on the slide's front and rear. This isn't the same as the serrations you see on production 1911 pistols, as they were designed to optimize the way you can operate the gun, especially in harsh and demanding applications. The slide has a tritium front and a Heine Ledge straight 8 tritium rear sight. These sights used in the GRP have great visibility and offer fast target acquisition across different lighting conditions. The G1 Gator grips, lightweight aluminum Nighthawk custom tri-hole trigger, and other hand-beveled and fitted parts also testify to how the Nighthawk elevated the 1911 market as a whole. Colt 1911 government model. I think it's kind of dumb to talk about essential 1911s without mentioning the original. For me, the government model Colt 1911 is still the benchmark of all manufacturers when it comes to producing 1911 pistols. At the same time, we can't just downplay the fact that it's the standard issue sidearm of the United States military from 1911 to 1985. So aside from its idiot-proof performance, it also has that military background that many other firearms or handguns in that regard simply don't have. Now, the next obvious question is how the Colt 1911 became so influential in the first place. Well, this one isn't something I can't explain fully, but I can always assume that its overall quality allowed the Colt 1911 to become an integral part of the entire firearms history, not only here in the United States, but throughout the entire globe. When it was first introduced, the firearms market then was filled with revolvers. Take, for example, World War I. During that era, most of the handguns used were either the German Luger P08, French ML 1892, British Webley, or the Russian Nagant M1895. Needless to say, the existence of Colt 1911 was revolutionary at that time. It's semi-automatic, meaning that it fires faster than those revolvers. It also has a larger capacity and boasts superior stopping power, thanks to its usage of the 45 ACP, which is essential in trench warfare. From that point on, the Colt 1911 became the bar. Do you get what I'm saying? Essentially, it solidified its place in history by setting the standard for what a reliable, combat-ready handgun should be. So don't get surprised if you hear people in the range comparing polymer pistols with a 1911 handgun. That's the manifestation of the Colt 1911 effect. For the uninitiated, the original Colt 1911 has a full-size frame with a 5-inch barrel and is chambered in 45 ACP. Typically, the gun is fitted with a 7+1 round capacity, but it's not rare to see 8+1 models. The government model is really distinct for me as it boasts timeless ergonomic features, such as an arched mainspring housing, a standard grip safety, and a thumb safety that are comfortable and intuitive for many shooters. Its iron sights, meanwhile, offer a traditional sight picture, but one you'll surely love, while the single-action trigger is crisp and clean break, something that won't disappoint your trigger finger. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Just press all the buttons. Those little clicks are free, but they help the channel a lot. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, it's not just about the shot, it's about mastering the craft. Until next time, lock and load.